I am Peter Gaffney, Director of DeFi and Digital Trading at Inveniam. Inveniam's got tens of billions of dollars of real-world asset data on our data layer platform, and it's my job to bring that into the DeFi side. So what we are supplying to the token ecosystem, in my opinion, is the actual trust, transparency, and visibility into private market assets. So in tokenization, everyone's trying to tokenize things and then make use of them, whether it's tokenizing assets for new capital raising, for secondary trading, for collateral in DeFi. But the inherent issue is that a lot of tokenized assets that are non-public have no formal or centralized data reporting system. So if I'm an issuer or user in DeFi, I need to see the underlying asset performance, and I don't even see that. And crypto is all real-time, trust, transparency, proof of reserves type, of an ecosystem. And so to do that for private markets is really how you're going to unlock all of that feasibility. The panel I moderated was the Onchain lending and private credit panel. We had Sid from Maple, John from Centrifuge, and Anthony from Provenance. They all do something different respectively. And Maple is great on their crypto lending, all over collateralized loans to other crypto market makers, hedge funds, investment firms, and they just surpassed $1 billion with a B, which is tremendous. I think that's the first time since pre-FTX they've had that many deposits. Centrifuge is getting more real-world asset, more off-chain assets into their vaults and kind of their ecosystem, onboarding with a major asset manager, Janice Henderson, on the Treasury fund side. And Provenance is obviously their HELOCs, home equity lines of credit, are their bread and butter with Figure. And so something like Inveniam that we would plug in is saying, hey, we want to bring more private assets to your ecosystems. We have all the private market data reporting. We have zero knowledge proofs, ZK proofs to show certain performance metrics, covenants, key KPIs on the underlying asset without giving away all the performance. So John, if you're an asset manager and you're saying, I don't want Peter, my competitor, to know what I'm doing, we're not giving the sauce away. We're not showing how the sausage is made. We're just showing what exactly are the metrics being met to verify to the end investor how the asset is doing. I love the question, how to get into the space and get obsessed with tokenization. Started a small crypto investment firm with my best friend from high school while I was in college at Michigan in 2017. Graduated in 2019, wanted to get into crypto full time. It was, true bear market. I think Bitcoin was at $3,000. And I was just struggling to get a formal crypto job. And so I joined Global X ETFs, had a lot of cool thematic niche tech ETFs, which I thought was a great, foray at least into the fintech side from an investment product standpoint. And really like the private market asset side. And I think if you marry, private equity, private credit, private assets with an ETF like wrapper, that's like what tokenization, the whole thesis and what it's going to afford. So started writing the TokenizeThis column, a new novelty concept every single week. We had 72 editions total. I started sending that to the STA and STM teams. Gave them no choice but to hire me. Joined the consulting side, which I eventually built up with some of our larger clients. And then built up the state of security tokens research side just to formalize my my knowledge and thought leadership in the space, if you will. Yeah, the inflection point and the growth of the industry is crazy. I feel like every quarter it's a new industry in a way. If you could do a lot of research, a lot of work in December 2021, December 2022, and then January 2023, boom, on-chain Treasury funds is now the next big thing, getting to billions of dollars of assets quicker than any other asset class for the most part for the previous 5 years. So to see all these new players and issuers and service providers is very telling. And I think the niche around like credit, lending, on-chain vaults, the rebranding in a way from tokenized assets to like real world asset vaults, just a place to park your stable coins is going to be huge. And that's what gets more of the crypto native crowd, kind of excited and into it. They see it less of like a trad file, we tokenize assets, more of a, hey, we have a simple point and click, connect your crypto wallet, park some stables and generate yield backed by, off-chain assets. It's very cool to see. I think it's happening right now, and you're seeing it most on the U.S. Treasury fund side, again, which is all public. They're all public assets. You can go to an Edgar database or the Fed directly and see all the new issuances and the performance, we'll call it. For private markets, it's more novelty, and you'll see. That's what we're building at Inveniam, but you'll see more cases come out soon of major asset managers and very creative new novelty products that they're pushing out, because their end goal is they make money by raising money. They charge AUM fees, performance fees. So to see a whole new channel of crypto native capital with literally billions of dollars, all these DAOs and blockchain treasuries and protocols looking now to allocate to different asset classes is like a huge little light bulb going off for them. So what the right now on-chain treasuries is at, like, it might be close to 5 billion all in. It might even be more than 5. But that was crazy because it was $1 billion 6 months ago, I think, in the summer. Yeah, it was around there, let's call it. I wouldn't be shocked if that hits 20 billion by the end of the year in on-chain treasury fund capital. I think the stablecoin growth is tremendous. I'm not sure what that number's at now, but really, I think you'll see 5 major private asset managers issue products and bring products into DeFi along the lines of private credit or commercial real estate. I think that'll be a KPI to track by the end of the year. Because people talk about tokenized real estate, but it's never been done really meaningfully. I think you'll have some really big blue chip names come in and do that.